Okay. Well, welcome to another episode of Mundelein Minute. We are talking about the village board meeting from last night, March 28th. And just to quick get started, my name is Eric Schwenk. I'm a trustee in the village of Mundelein.
Also, this is such a weird place to sit.
It is a weird place.
I am Kara. I'm also a trustee in the village of Mundelein.
Yes. So this is my house, cameras, microphone, all of that good stuff. And there's also kids upstairs, cats. My wife is around, and there might be noise. Not sure what the microphones will pick up.
General hustle and bustle.
General hustle and bustle. And also because this is a not a set in a real house with animals, we shifted our set a little bit here because one of the cats, the older one, had an accident in
Pooped
Kara's
in my spot.
so
Maybe
Kara gets my spot tonight or today, and I get to come around the corner.
So we're just going to be awkward.
I was sitting on a stool earlier, and I know it doesn't look like it. The stool's right here, but it's a little bit higher.
So you look really tall?
I looked really tall. And I was like, this isn't going to work. So I had to break it down a little bit.
What did we talk about last night?
So I don't know because I wasn't there.
I guess I'll drive.
Yep, you're driving the bus today. This was my first board meeting that I missed. You have perfect attendance still.
No, I don't. I missed one when we were in Disney.
Oh, that's right. You did miss one. Okay.
It's okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Was trying to do perfect attendance award. I did go to the board meeting after I had a baby, but
I mean, who's counting, right?
I was trying.
But yeah.
Okay, so we'll get started. Usually you do this, so this is weird.
This feels really weird.
Everything is weird today.
Yeah, backwards.
Called the meeting to order. Took attendance. You were the only one not there. Everyone else was there.
Womp womp.
Womp womp. Did the pledge. Approved some minutes. There was no public commentary last night. I was surprised because it was a more crowded meeting room than typically. No public commentary.
And a large agenda.
Yeah, dude, that packet though.
It was 610
like
pages.
4 bazillion pages.
Yeah.
It was long.
I'm glad most of us now do electronic.
Yeah, I think all of us do. Typically when I'm at a meeting, I have one screen on like the packet and one screen on the agenda. And like when we got done with DR Horton stuff, I was like scrolling to get to the end, scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. I was like, Jesus, I'm never gonna get to the end.
I print the agenda so I have a place to write my notes.
Yeah.
And then I have my packet up on my laptop or my tablet or whatever I have.
Smart. So no public commentary, no presentations or awards, no public hearings. The mayor's report was really long last night. He had a lot of spiel.
He had a lot to go. Yeah.
I don't know if I want to. So he started off the evening talking about what a monumental night for Mundelein it was, and we'll get into that later. So he was on cloud 9 last night. What?
A happy Steve.
A happy Steve. Meeting call. So TIF 2 and 3 at 4 p.m. April 20th in the Village Hall board meeting. So that's where we get all like the taxing bodies together and talk about the TIFs, basically, right?
Yep.
Eric's our TIF expert. Eric knows all things TIF all the time.
Whoa, I wouldn't go that far.
Then it was a good night. You missed this. We had a report, a presentation from the Energy Resilience Commission, which is a project out of Vernon Township.
Okay. And
I can't remember the guy's name that came up. Good way to go, Kara. But he came up and gave a presentation. Do you remember? Nope, you weren't there. No one's there to save me. Great. You're much better at driving than I am, because now I talk really fast and I'm nervous and
take a deep breath. It's all right.
My mom's probably watching this, being like, "Slow down, slow down, slow down."
Right. Nobody can understand you.
Yes, that's exactly her. Anyways, he got up and talked about this Energy Resilience Commission that is out of Vernon Township, and it's a bunch of different taxing bodies, so like library boards, school boards, municipal governments, all getting together and kind of like assessing where they can be more energy efficient.
Okay.
And so the motion last night was to like enter into this agreement. There's no cost associated right now. So basically they'll go through our like fire department, public works, police, the village hall building, and assess for like energy efficiency. And then we'll get a report on it, and we'll see. Sure. There'll be takeaways of action that we can do.
Okay.
So cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Right?
I mean, we have a lot of, it stands out to me when I go through the packet and I'm looking at the financials and how much money we spend on electricity. Yeah. And there's a lot. So that'd be awesome if we could find some ways to reduce some costs.
Yeah. So they'll like kind of assess, like they talked about like HVAC systems and all sorts of stuff, which obviously like police, fire, and public works use large HVAC systems. So like,
sure,
it's good. So we'll see. TBD. Yep. Tonality Brewing Second Amendment. So this was to amend the agreement we have with Tonality Brewing for the purchase, giving them some more time. And the reason we did this is like banks are tightening up again.
Right.
And they're asking for certain things. We saw this with like our development agreement with D.R. Horton. They're asking for things to be done before they can issue lending and financing.
Right.
So,
They want to see certain criteria met, different zoning things with, one with D.R. Horton was the zoning.
Yeah.
Yeah. So makes sense.
So this wasn't anything like weird or an anomaly or anything, but
Right.
the project is still moving forward.
Okay.
The brewery is coming. It shall be coming. Then he issued 2 mayoral proclamations. One was on Telecommunicators Week. So basically our dispatchers, and he told a story about that. High stress job. Sounds terrible. Scares me, Thank God there's people that want to do it. And then April is National Child Abuse Prevention Month. And then April 16th is Child Abuse Awareness and Wear Blue Day. Okay. He amended the Class B liquor licenses. So this is just to get us in line with state code. That places with a Class B can now deliver liquor, basically. And
yeah, that was something that came out of the pandemic that's sticking around. It looks
kind of interesting, but
yeah.
Sorry, my husband's texting me. I haven't been home since 8:30 this morning, so. Hello. This should be like my pride and joy here. Truck stop and video gaming terminal prohibition. So we are not going to allow gaming in
truck stops.
Truck stops?
Define it. Go.
It's anything that's bigger than 3 acres.
A gas station with 3 acres or more.
Doesn't necessarily have to be like what you and I would think of as like a truck stop with showers and all that stuff. It's just a gas station with 3 acres or more.
And to make it even more crazy, it can literally be a gas station with 2 gas pumps and 3 acres of land.
Correct.
It doesn't. There's no
requirement for diesel or anything like that.
Or anything. It's literally based on the size of the land that is either owned or leased.
Leased, exactly. So this will not be allowed in the village anymore, or at all, which we never allowed it. So
yeah, it's now
it'll be by ordinance. Success. And then we are increasing the Class B2 liquor license to include the mobile on Diamond Lake Road in 83. And then we bought some fireworks.
Yeah.
Hey-o.
$39,000 worth. Yeah.
But that's for 2 things.
For 2 shows. Yeah.
Which I kind of was surprised the first time I read this. I was like, I thought it would be way more, but I don't know. So for 4th of July and for the tree lighting.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was his whole report. And then we went into Trustee Reports and Community Economic Development. Trustee Russell,
he had a big night.
He had a big night. There was a lot of big nights last night.
In my absence, he had a lot to say.
He did.
He had to do all the finance
stuff too. Poor Kirsten was like, "Wait, Schwenk's not here?" I'm like, "Nope, not here. Good luck, buddy." So sign improvement at Emil's. There's a new sign there. It's been there for a bit, but they're just now reimbursing through the big which it looks way better than before.
Oh my gosh, it's awesome.
Props for that. My favorite one lately is this barber shop that's opening on Seymour.
Yes.
I've already made Theo an appointment there.
Have you?
Yeah, it opened. So, Theo will be there next week for his fresh cut for Easter.
That's cool.
The little things, man. So we talked about this at the last meeting where we were granting a variance for a new barbershop to go in where Seymour is. Yeah. We're on Seymour, by the roller rink, for lack of better spatial awareness. I don't know. Behind Taste Paris. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Pick your landmark. So he is open and ready to roll.
That's cool.
His name, I can't remember the name of it now.
He was so excited when he came 2 weeks ago.
It's Fades. I have it on my phone. It's something Fades. The worst. Okay. Anyways.
I'll put it up.
Yeah.
You give me the name and I'll put it up.
But anyways, the barber is Gio.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Next one. This was. Do you want to talk about this?
Which one is it?
The Babcock variation.
No, go ahead.
Okay. It's kind of an interesting one.
Is this the one with the backyard?
Yeah. Yeah. So the guy took down a pergola, wanted to build a sunroom.
Right.
Some neighbors were for it. Some neighbors were against it.
Right.
Basically, the Planning and Zoning Committee allowed the use, and so we typically mirror the Planning and Zoning Committee and approve the variation for it. So I think a sunroom is going to look nice. The guy was there. He thanked the board profusely for their cooperation. So
yeah.
Another business incentive grant for a salon on Hawley. New sign.
Okay.
Improving the business. Take it.
Yep.
And then the extending the DeBruler redevelopment agreement.
Right.
So again, more time is needed.
They're still working through the credits, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So nothing changing, just extending the time.
Okay.
And then Dun, dun, dun. The biggest one of the night.
Which one's this?
Dun, dun, dun. Can you put like trumpets playing?
That requires editing.
That's right. You don't edit. Only yourself. Only
right.
yourself. That's right. We learned that. That. So you want to talk about it? Should we tell you what it is?
This is D.
Where is it going again? Not familiar.
DR Horton.
Are you familiar with Oak Creek Plaza? Have you heard of this before?
I've been there once.
Why were you ever there?
Because it was a Menards.
Did you live here when it was a Menards?
Yeah. I did.
So I was researching like this. We talked about this. It's been largely vacant since 2013.
13, yeah. It's been a long time.
That's a long time.
And then there was like the pizza place back there.
Yeah.
And that didn't last long.
Well, why would you go back there?
Right. Yeah.
Have you driven back there lately?
No.
I drove back there yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
It's rough.
Okay.
My son was in the car and he was like, "Mom, you need to do something about this." I was like, from the mouths of babes.
Yeah.
So last night we took the first official step.
The first big step, anyways.
Right? We approved the concepts.
We approved the concept and the RDA, the redevelopment agreement, right?
Well, that was last night we did.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what are we talking about?
So Oak Creek is, I'm sorry, the Towns at Oak Creek now
Oak Creek, yeah.
by DR Horton is a redevelopment of a blighted area in our new TIF district on the south end. So where the Menards was back behind Pita Inn and what is that bank?
Culver's and what is that bank? I don't know. It's got a green sign.
Yeah, the green sign.
The green sign bank. Sorry.
Bank.
By X Factor.
By X Factor, yep. So there's that ginormous shopping center and huge parking lot, and that is all going to be demolished and turned into 222 townhomes.
Yep.
And
you and I were on the negotiating team for this.
Yeah, so we've worked with DR Horton for a year plus.
Yeah, a year plus, yeah.
To get this to where it is today. And it's going to be a very large development of, like I said, 222 homes. Various streets, some will remain public, some will stay private, and then large park space.
Huge park space. So, DR Horton gave a presentation last night. I talked to you about this, and really highlighting their partnership with the Park District, which was really impressive. They're going to be building a huge community park that's going to have a parking lot, so people from all over the community can park there. They're going to kind of like exemplify the natural beauty of Oak Creek, which right now is gross and disgusting, but they're going to put a bridge over it. There'll be walking paths. Really, the goal of this development is to highlight the natural surroundings that are back there that no one knows exist because these awful blighted buildings are still there.
Right. There's also a road plan
that will go through. I think the name is Yellowstone Road for some reason.
Yeah, they're all named after national parks. Yeah.
So Yellowstone will cut through behind Thrive, basically, and it's
going to take some time to get that accomplished.
You're working with IDOT, so another government agency.
Extremely behind schedule.
So nice.
Or slow.
Don't say slow.
Sorry, IDOT. We love you.
IDOT, yeah. Please approve more things.
Thanks. Faster, IDOT.
Yeah. But so this is a scary deal. You know, like you and I didn't take this lightly, and we pushed hard on those developers to get a better product into town.
Yes.
Better windows.
Better siding.
Stuff that matters in townhouses. Like the interior of townhouses, people can swap it out and change it, but the exterior is what really matters. So
the windows for sure.
The windows and siding. We pushed hard. We pushed really hard for green space. That was important to both of us.
And we didn't want them to look like rectangles. Like some townhome projects end up looking very, I've heard barrack style, and they just look like a box or a rectangle sitting there with 4 doors and some windows. And you know, we wanted something.
Some of these are set back. Some of them are. They all are street the front ends are all street facing.
Right.
We went out to DR Horton's project in Schaumburg to make sure that, you know, like to tell them what we wanted and didn't want from these. We really pushed these developers hard and to get the best product that we possibly could.
Right. So I think we're in a good place going forward, and it's at the beginning of the TIF, which is
a huge financial impact.
Huge financial impact for the village and for future developments. So now we have in TIF 4, this brand new TIF as of last year, we have 2 developments now with Bridge who did not request any TIF funds. And now DR Horton, which I'm sure will.
There will be TIF funds requested, but there still will be an advantage to the village for this economically. You and I talked about this yesterday about looking at this like strictly from the financials, and really it's a huge financial gain.
Correct.
So.
And it'll be a big boost to the businesses in that shopping centers.
Oh yeah, and I bet it draws in more.
Yep.
So I'm hoping this helps, fill in that Jewel Plaza and maybe spur some redevelopment into Patriots Plaza even, things like that. So
correct.
Big night last night.
Big night. Monumental.
Monumental, if you will. So Trustee Russell asked his typical Trustee Russell question of, when are you going to break ground? And D.R. Horton said that we should start seeing buildings come down within 60 days.
Wow.
Can you imagine that corner changing in 60 days?
That's awesome.
He said they hope to have buildings up at the end of the year.
No way.
Well,
I guess there's not a lot of grading, and once the rubble's cleared, they can just start getting to work.
Yeah.
Cool.
So here we go. All right. So that was big night. Okay. Moving on.
Next.
Park Street, 22 East Park Street, which is our little parcel that we own next to area where we're going to do some landscaping there. So Trustee Wilson commented that, I guess it was probably like 3 or 4 months ago now, we rejected a bid for this work because it came in at like $400,000. It was massive. So Adam, the head of Public Works, redefined the scope of the work, and we accepted a bid for $173,000 on landscaping and on that area. So
bit more reasonable.
Yes, a little bit. All right, that's you. But it was Trustee Russell. But
it was Trustee Russell.
We all know you do your homework and like read all this before a meeting.
Well, go on. You were there.
Fiscal year audit report.
So yeah, the fiscal year audit report, which I'm guessing you all just accepted and approved, right?
Yeah, it was good because it was good.
It was a good audit report,
exactly.
right?
Yeah, and we have a lot of faith in Doug.
And Doug is amazing.
Yeah.
So. Our whole audit team. Well,
I challenge you.
The financial team. Yeah.
To explain this volume cap.
Is this the bond volume cap?
Yes.
Which one is this?
That's
the
read the motion.
Authorized the reallocation of 22 volume cap for private active. Yeah.
It's quite verbose.
This is where we partner with the Village of Buffalo Grove and Lake County partners to get the better deal for volume cap. We do this every year.
Yeah, I know we do it every year.
Yeah.
But
it always comes up and everybody's like, blink, blink, blink. What?
It's like, what is going on?
Yeah. So this is our strength in numbers for volume.
For bonds.
For bonds.
Cool.
Yep. And then payment to bills. You want to read that number? You were there.
I don't read numbers.
Oh,
remember?
that's right. That's right. You don't
it's
read numbers.
$600,000, right?
$620,000.
$600 million. Sorry.
I'm sorry. $62? No.
45 cents. Done.
$620,234.
You even struggled with it.
85 cents.
I was close. 45 cents.
After all these numbers, it took me a second.
It's a lot of numbers. There was a lot of numbers last night.
Yeah, which is still low, but
it is. But it's creeping back up there.
It's creeping back up.
And we've started to talk about fiscal year 23 stuff now.
Yeah, the fiscal year is coming up. We have our budget meeting next week, April 4th.
Is it next week?
Yeah, next
Wait,
Monday.
we have a meeting next Monday?
Yeah, surprise. See you there.
I'm calling in sick.
You're not present?
Not present. Oh, man. Okay.
Maybe you should just show up and be like, here, not present.
Isn't that kind of always?
That's true.
No. It's a finance committee meeting, so I just have to go and listen. I don't have to do anything. It's your peeps.
It's my peeps.
Okay.
Yeah, you're
Russ,
up
I have
now.
a meeting next Monday, okay? Don't let me forget. Sorry. Public safety, so that's us. That's me. These two motions both related to the fire department and both cost saving measures. So we are leasing 4 cardiac monitors from Zoll. Zoll is basically the innovator in this space for ambulance stuff.
I thought when I read through the packet, I thought that was an interesting one.
Why?
To lease them instead of buy it. And
I think it makes totally sense.
Great idea.
I mean, I think that's what hospitals do.
Oh, okay.
So in the hospital space. Sorry, this is my old world.
Yeah, your old world for sure. And to me, I thought, I guess you would just buy them.
No, because if you lease them, then you give them back when they're old.
Right.
The other thing that I'm kind of surprised that we have, I'm sure we have looked into it. I could probably ask the chiefs, but is like refurb stuff. But I guess you don't get the maintenance then if you use refurb.
And it's not the newest.
Right. Yeah. But you could use like refurb cardiac monitors. Like surgery centers use refurb cardiac monitors because like they don't need the fancy dancy stuff that a hospital does. Anyways, I digress. And then.
Thank you, Dr. Lambert.
I used to work in this field, so you know. And then we've talked about this before, where we are using Countryside's ladder truck instead of Libertyville's, and we exchange. Basically, we're going to salt their driveway for them.
Right.
Not even plow it.
Not even plow it. Just
So,
salt it.
Chief Lark, sorry, my husband texted me again. He's going to lose his mind. Just got that text. Sorry. Chief Lark commented that between these two motions, it's a cost savings about $32,000. So, innovative thinking on the part of the fire department. So, props to them. The mayor always says kudos. I'll say props.
We should get Steve to say props.
Be so hip. There was no report from the police department last night. However, there is a blood drive on Saturday at the fire department. So
yeah,
save your blood. Get ready.
I can do it this time because I'm not flying.
There you go. Donate it up.
You know, you're not allowed to donate blood and then fly within like 72 hours.
Why?
We're not like it's
veins would explode. Like what would happen?
As a flight attendant, you're not allowed to. Yeah.
That's weird.
Mm-hmm.
What a weird thing.
I know.
All right, weirdo. Moving on.
The more you know.
Can you put that graphic? No, you don't edit
I
this.
don't edit.
You're gonna edit the barbershop's name in though.
Yep. That one's important.
Yeah, it is important. Building committee, there was no report. Transportation and infrastructure committee talked about 2 motions last night. Fiscal year 23 resurfacing. So we basically bid out the resurfacing project to Peter Baker and Sons. We used them before.
And this includes more roads than before.
Yes.
Thanks to the utility
yes,
tax.
Correct. And we've gotten an email about roads. Maybe we should talk about that. So there was an email that we got about roads, and people wanted, this person was like, you know, my road sucks. Can you fix it? And like, of course we want to fix it, but there is a plan for fixing roads. And if you're ever interested in getting your hands on that, just like email us or Public Works, and they'll show you where you guys fall on the plan. And like, I know that it's annoying to have like potholes and stuff, but like other roads are worse than yours, if you can imagine that. Right. So, I guess, you know, the big takeaway from life is just have some grace and be patient. Like, it sucks, but
it does. And I sympathize with the guy that wrote us.
Yeah.
And it definitely is tough to know that
you're 18 months out.
Yeah, you're a ways out, and
right. And your road sucks.
Is crap.
Yeah.
And you're literally dodging potholes. Yeah.
I think that I can for sure speak for this board that we take infrastructure seriously. Like, that's the whole reason you ran, right? Mm-hmm. And so funding infrastructure project is a priority to us.
Right.
And maybe past boards it hasn't been such a priority, but for sure this board has made it one.
Right. Streets is we've talked about it before. Streets is the one thing we hear about the most. Mm-hmm. You know, it's the item that you see when you leave your house or when you're getting home. And we hear about it.
We get it.
Yeah.
So if you're ever interested in that plan, email one of us, email Public Works. There's a plan. We'll show you where you fall on it. Okay? This was authorize the village clerk's signature on an IDOT resolution for improvement by the municipality. No, I can't talk.
Improving IDOT?
Sure.
No? Okay, carry on.
Edit that out.
Nope.
Improvement by the municipality under the Illinois Highway Code. So basically it's giving motor fuel what is happening?
Tax.
Okay. It's also 3:00 and brain's gone. Motor fuel tax allocation back to the village to improve roadways. Okay. Right? There we go.
Ooh, that was tough.
Lord. Jesus. No other reports. Nothing else on the omnibus. There was everything on the omnibus we've talked about. But the professional service agreement with A5 for the thing. I'm done. The shop local campaign. There we go. Holy cow. Our Microsoft. I still can't. This is funny to me.
The Microsoft licensing.
I think it's so funny to me that we still pay for this. Like, it's still
a thing.
Yeah. Still a thing. Anyways, whatever. And then, Community Days Parade, closing the streets for it. It's like one of my favorite days of summer. And then paying MCC, which we talked about during their presentation. Yep. We agreed that $30,000 was what we're going to pay from. They sponsored a ton of community events. Good stuff. That was it. We did have an executive session last night, but there was no action from it. And that was it. Even with an executive session, I think I was home by 8:30.
Wow. All that and done by 8:30.
All that by done by. So this was a big meeting, and I'm very surprised we have gotten no feedback on this night. And I would love some. So, like, questions, comments, emails, send us one.
You're not going to do it?
What?
Leave a comment in the box below, like and subscribe. Come on.
Like and subscribe.
That was a total missed opportunity.
Swipe up.
There.
Can we put product placement? Swipe up. Sorry, that's an Instagram thing, not a YouTube thing. We're on YouTube. We should put this on the gram. It's too long.
Yeah.
Link in bio.
Yeah.
We should get a Mundelein Minute gram page. TikTok? Snapchat.
You go for it.
Okay. Yeah. I'm going to get a TikTok.
Okay.
Okay, everyone has turned this off by now.
Yeah,
Except for us just laughing at each other.
Just laughing.
Okay, that's it.
That's it.
Are we going to do a Mundelein Minute after the Finance Committee meeting?
I think we should. Money's big.
Hey, money is big. I feel like that's a good wrap.
I sat through one of these budget presentations already, and I can tell you there's going to be some good stuff. So
let's do it.
Let's do it.
Stay tuned for a special episode.
Special episode, yeah. This is episode 28.
So what if it'll be special episode 1? Or special episode 2?
I mean, there was one that we couldn't figure out what number it was, so I called it like 24A. Just for fun. But no, it'll just be episode 20.
Oh, I wanted special episode.
Yeah, 29, whatever it is.
Well, we're going to get to 30.
Yeah. Yeah. And then we'll start over again.
What?
On May 1st.
Why do we start over?
With the new board.
It's not a new board.
But that's the calendar year, and that's how we started it, was with seasons based on...
Oh, the board. So it'd be season 2.
Season 3.
Season 3? Oh, because you did season 1.
I did season 1. You joined me for 2, and then season 3 will begin in May.
Who should we have do it? Maybe we should kick us off of it, and someone else can do season 3. Yeah. Taking applications for that.
Please. Just the editing.
You're a nerd. You like it. Okay, that's it. That's all we got. Don't forget the blood drive on Saturday.
All right.
Okay, have a good weekend.
Bye.
Bye.